Hey guys, Ammo Specialist here for MMOattack.com. Be sure to check the link in the description. Head over to their website for this and other free MMOs to play. This week we're taking a look at Overkings. This is a free-to-play in-browser MMORPG, and it is 2.5D as many browser games are. So first of all, we're just going to take a look at creating a character, and then we'll take a look at some gameplay. So first of all, we have the character creation screen here. There's quite a few classes, as you can see. First of all, we got the Dryad. This basically is a healer, so like a cleric. She also has some magic skills as well, some damage magic skills. Then you have the Barbarian, which is just your typical tank character, melee, kind of a tanky character, just basically saves the squad. Then you have the Witch, and there's a couple magic characters in this game. So the Witch basically works on drawing life force from her enemies. So basically this is kind of like a debuff character. Then you have the Sorceress. The Sorceress is basically like a mage damage character. Basically her skills, as you can see here, has a wide area of effect and a long range, so it's an AoE damage character. It also says she's an expert in transformation magic. Then you have the mage, which is just your typical mage like in many other games. Again, this is an AoE damage character. So it's wise, powerful, and extremely dangerous. The mage is quick to make his enemies regret even meddling with forces they cannot understand. Then you have your Amazon, which is basically like a range character. She's an excellent huntress, as you can see here, an expert in deadly traps and unsurpassing the art of camouflage. So kind of like a rogue DPS character. Then you have your Guardian. The Guardian is basically like your melee character. As you can see here, it says, of course, protection is only one of the Guardian's strengths. A lightning-enhanced spear is in the hands, and a collection of combat spells are enough to strike fear into just about any opponent. So also a little bit of mage in there as well. And then you have the Assassin, basically like your rogue DPS. It says, whatever their motives, they are skilled warriors relying on stealth, deftness, and precision to do their bidding. So a silent killer lurking in the shadows. So, just like your typical rogue character or your assassin character from a lot of other games. So we'll just name our character here. Name him Specialist 1, and we will create the character. Oh, look at that. Can't create the name. Must be 2 characters 20 short. Must not contain... Okay, we'll just roll over a die and just... There we go. Lacobert. Name consists only of Latin characters, so... There we go. And the game does take a while to load. I took a little bit of a look at it with this Barbarian. But the loading times are fairly bad. As you can see here, you can have quite a few characters. So we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can have up to 10 characters. And you can see here that online players is only 32. It's not a very popular game. And there are several reasons for that. So we'll just jump into the game world and we'll take a look at some gameplay. Okay, so right when you jump in, you can see the art style. As you can see, it's a... Well, it's 2.5D kind of in this world, and your character's three-dimensional. And then when you enter into one of these battle areas, as you can see here, the other monsters are also 3D, and the backgrounds are 2D. So it's kind of a cool art style. It's not very in-depth. I mean, the textures are pretty standard. As you can see here, these are shops like that, and you can basically just click on this and it will run, but it can only run as far as you have the movement points here. So you have to kind of move in stages, I guess you could say, and you can just go around the map here. And these areas with the swords above them are kind of like instances or battle areas. So if you enter into the Elder Class here and you talk to this guy, he's waiting for me to finish the quest. So we will hit the quest. Where's the quest? Where are we looking here? Okay, so here's the quest log. So what's telling me here is I have to finish the hunt stage 1 of 2. So I have to go and kill 3 fillable wolves, and I can forfeit the quest. But I won't. So you just jump into one of the battle arenas like so. You just double click. The loading visuals does take a little while. That's one of the reasons why the game's not great. As you can see, this is the movement of the game. As you can see, it's fairly kind of rigid. It's not great. The textures are pretty standard, but you can see the three-dimensional characters here. A little bit of shadow effects. So that's not too bad. The combat is pretty boring. As you can see here, you do have, this is your quest, so as you level up, you get quests. So this one's level 2, I get this one at level 3, and so on and so forth, all the way up to level 10 skills here. Beneath this window here, if we just quickly extend this like so, you can see the chat down here. So this is where all the chat is. These are the other online players. You can have different kinds of chats. You can go to battle chat, event chat, LFG, trade, and common chat. And that's basically everyone talking at the same time. So since there's only 32 people online, that's not a big deal. Although if you got a lot more, it would get pretty confusing pretty quickly. So that's basically the chat there. So we'll just go back to the battle. To loot the bodies, you just click them and take what they have, and you can just see that by clicking the character screen here. So if we just click on this, it should bring up my main. Oh, here, sorry. If we just click on that here. So this will bring up my character. This shows you basically all the stats here. You can see that there's quite a few things in your equip. So this is a dual-wielding character, and you have all types of armor. This is a little backpack. So that's your inventory. You also have your skills and professions. So you can go to the book here and take a look. So you can do different kind of skills like chanting, weaponsmithing, alchemy, armor smithing, and jewelry. We can also take a look at the class. So if we take a look at the class we are, you can see here this is basically just like your recipe book. Then you also have your gifts. You do receive a gift when you first sign in, and the achievements that you have done. And then your battle ranking and how much you fight and all that kind of thing. So we'll just basically show you some of the combat here. As you can see, it's fairly kind of boring. I mean, the skills animations aren't great. There's not a lot of interaction or nice visuals. As you can see here, that's using a skill. There's no real flash or anything. And this is all on max settings, so this is as good as the game is going to look. And this is all the combat is. It's basically point to click. You just run around movement with the arrows here. We'll just grab this last thing here, and then you exit through this portal. So they're kind of basically like smaller areas, and we're done that quest, so we'll go back to this Elder Clause here, and we'll complete that quest, and he'll give you another one. And for the first couple levels, you basically just run through these quests here. So he'll give you a quest, you have to go to these areas and do that quest. And then you can go to a shop here, although one of the problems with the game is I already got several levels higher on my other character, and still I have basically no money. So as you can see here, I only have 3 money, and everything here costs a lot. So if I wanted to buy anything, it's going to cost me quite a bit. And then they basically say, hey, did you want to buy out of game currency? So that's kind of too bad. Again, it's a browser-based game, kind of going pay to win. Very, very typical of a browser-based game that is free. But I mean, what do you expect, right? So that's basically the shop. Then you have the characters here as well. If you go into some of these further areas, there is PvP areas, and you can challenge other players. And you can go to different areas as you level up. But that's basically what there is. You have a bit of mail. Again, a lot of your typical aspects. So see here, purchase platinum. Then you have the quest log, of which we've seen before. Then we have the deck of abilities and items. So this shows me all the abilities I have. Again, doesn't really show you a skill tree very well, just kind of like a bunch of skills all together. And this just shows the level, as you can see, minimum level. And you have to put Shift D or Shift 9 to use them as hotkeys. So that's kind of too bad, but I mean, not really. I don't think it was really that well developed. It's not a great game, but I mean, it's alright. If you're looking for a pretty easy to play browser-based game, you can take a look. I'll put a link in the description, guys. Be sure to head over to MMOattack.com for more news, reviews, and a ton of first impression videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let you know what games we want to see. Let us know, sorry. Be sure to check out MMO Attack on Twitter, @MMO Attack. Check out me on Twitter, @MMO Specialist. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a great day.